Hello, beautiful earth angels. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hi, hello, my name is Jennifer. We are going to get into another pick a card reading here today with really just kind of leaving it open to whatever spirit wants to bring through. We've just entered 2022, so Happy New Year, or just entered as of a few weeks ago. So we are well on our way to embarking on a new year with a lot of promise for manifestation of our dreams and clearing old things out that are no longer working. So there's been a lot of transformational energies coming through the astrological influences, through energies in the solar system that are affecting the earth, the Schumann resonance, the radiation. Oh, looks like Kitty's coming to say hi. This is Merlin. Hello, Merlin. So anyway, it has been a really powerful, powerful time for transformation and healing. So I thought, when I asked about what we should do, I said, let's just bring through messages of whatever you need to hear right now, what you're meant to hear right now. So whenever you land on this reading, though, we are also celebrating the full moon in Cancer right now. And however, this is a timeless reading. All of my readings are timeless. So whenever you land on this reading, because you are timeless, by the way. And that's why the readings are timeless. We live in a pretty miraculous universe. So whenever you land on this reading, if the messages resonate with you, then they're for you. So I want to thank everyone so much for being here. Thank you for all of your support, for being a part of this community, for liking and commenting and subscribing and sharing. I really, really appreciate it. It has been so much fun to do this with all of you, and the channel keeps growing and expanding, and it's a really beautiful thing. The more energy that comes in, the more messages that come through in multidimensional layers, there's more energy available. I don't know if that's making sense to you guys. I hope so. Some of you, or a lot of you, I think that's making sense for. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you to all of you who have donated and donated decks. Really, really, really appreciate it. Actually, yeah. So we're going to get started. I could go on all day about how exciting it is to have you all be a part of this. So thank you. And we have three piles here. We're going to choose from the tarot as far as the pile markers that I'm going to use for each reading. But I've also chosen some oracle cards, pre-shuffled, and chosen those. I haven't looked at them yet, but they're chosen for and shuffled and drawn for the piles, so we'll have those as well. But we're going to use the tarot as the markers. So we have pile 1 here with the cat people tarot, or tarot, sorry. I don't know if you can see the back of these cards. So this is the cat people tarot and lapis lazuli heart for pile 1. I'm actually reaching around the cat right now. That's funny. So, and then this is the pile 2 is the Trippin Waite tarot deck, and this little crystal disco ball is what I call it. It's one of those that you can drop and it reflects light and creates a lot of rainbows and stuff, but I call it the crystal disco ball, so I thought it would go perfectly with the Trippin Waite deck. So that's pile 2. And then pile 3, we have the Crystal Unicorn Tarot deck. And the back of the cards there. Very cute. Love this deck. It's very animated looking. And then the crystal for this deck is a really beautiful piece of tumbled celestite. It's hard to see with my fingers in the way, I know, in the camera. So, oops, sorry. Yeah, really beautiful piece. This is celestite tumbled, but I love the I know there's a name for that look where it's cut, has it like layered, but I don't know what that is. So anyway, this is pile 3. So as usual, take your time choosing a pile. It looks like Merlin, it looks like the kitty's working on choosing a pile as well. So take your time, take a deep breath, close your eyes and relax, let your intuition guide you. And it's okay if you choose, or if you get into, that's what's helpful about the oracle cards too. If we get into the reading and it doesn't feel like you're reading, then just go back to the beginning and choose another pile. That I've had that happen to me. Or you can pick a different reading in general. It might be more messages for some there and something else. I have a lot of playlists with a lot of different readings at this point. So anyway, we will get started, and thank you again for being here, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome. This is your pile if you chose the Lapis Lazuli Heart and the Cat People Tarot. So we're going to start actually with the Oracle cards to see what messages want to come through for you right now from Spirit. So we have time out, awareness, contemplation, solitude, time alone. And we have it's up to you. Reflecting pool, stillness. Excuse me. I've had a cold, I'm sorry. I mean, a few days ago, but my throat's still weird. Orphaned. And divine potential. Fulfill your destiny. Be all you can be. Okay, so what I'm feeling and seeing here already is obviously it's interesting how much excuse me, time out there is here. The awareness and contemplation and solitude and the reflecting pool of stillness, and even the orphaned, although this is a time out, but this feels more like a feeling of being left out, a feeling of being all alone and not belonging anywhere in the world. And Spirit's saying it's up to you. It's up to you to find a way. In a way, I'm hearing like find a way to make this world work for you. And it's true. That is, I mean, ultimately what we're here to do. And then this card's talking about that too, this divine potential. That you have a destiny to fulfill. You are here to be all that you can be. But it's up to you to release any feelings of unworthiness. Any feelings like maybe you really don't belong. And there's a lot of things being mirrored to you right now in your life. With this reflecting pool, number 33, you're being shown, as we enter this new year, you're being shown by the universe exactly where it is that you feel orphaned, exactly where it is that you are not seeing your divine potential, exactly where it is where you need to reclaim that love for yourself, that belief in what's possible. And I love that it's up to you card. It's got such a, I mean, it's up to you could sound really like, oh great, it's up to me, but the energy I'm feeling from this card is exciting. Like, it's exciting that it's up to you. Because, you know, think about how many times choices haven't been up to us. And we really wish that they had, right? So here we are in life, and we keep wishing that someone would do it for us sometimes. And really, the gift of it all is that it's up to us. That we can make the difference in our lives. That we have the power to create our destiny, to fulfill our potential and create the destiny in life that we want to experience, feel, see, all of that. And I feel like you've been taking a lot of time out. Maybe that's what, I know I was. I know that I even missed doing some things I really wanted to do. Whoops. Because I just really needed to take some time out. And it's been that kind of an energy that we've had so many energies hitting the planet in full force that it has been, we've all needed some hermit time and some time out. But this is really important because you're breaking old patterns and you're really having a chance to see how it is that you do not allow yourself to fulfill this divine potential. Yeah, the devil. So the devil came flying out. You guys saw that, I think. I don't know. I wasn't looking at the camera, but so this is about, unhealthy attachments, addictions. This can even be like thoughts that are unhealthy. It doesn't have to be like something horrible. But this is whatever chains that bind us. And to me, this is like with this orphaned card too. This is letting go of the things in the past that have held you back from really fulfilling your full potential. And for really, okay. With these two together here, I'm really getting this sense of, sorry, the camera, I'm not used to that. I have a new camera set up for the moment. I wanted to be able to see the cards more and have you see them too. So hopefully this is working out. Let me know in the comments below. Feel free, if you feel like it, to let me know what you think of the new camera setup, because what you think matters. Okay, so anyway, this is saying to me, these two cards in a big way is saying victim mentality. And no offense, peace and love to you for that. I'm not saying anything horrible to you. I'm just saying that we all get into this. We all go through this. And this can be a very old habit too, of getting into a mindset where we feel victimized by the world, by our circumstances, by whatever. And the reason that's really coming up too is because of this word destiny here and fulfilling your potential, is that something that's really been coming to me literally. I'm thinking actually of putting it in the newsletter, because it's been such a strong message over the past few days. The Spirit's been really emphasizing the difference between destiny and fate and how they are intertwined, but how there is this difference in that sometimes they're so intimately intertwined that destiny and fate become so much the same thing you don't really feel like you had a conscious choice. However, there are many times in our lives where something is fated, but then we have to make a choice in order to make it destiny. Does that make sense? Like, okay, let's say you were, wanting a job or something, and you run into somebody in a restaurant who has this job for you or has this job potential for you. And maybe you weren't thinking about this certain type of job. You had your mind around another job. So let's say you're used to working in fashion and this was something with photography or something, and you're like looking for this new job and you're hoping, but you're in this like victim mentality. You're feeling chained, you're feeling lost, you're feeling like all these obsessive thoughts about how you're at loss, you're not going to find it. And then, as fate comes in and you run into this person who has this opportunity for you because it's fated that you meet them. So you meet them and it's fated, and then they tell you about their job, but you're so stuck in the mentality of loss and victimhood that you don't really see that even though it's not what you were thinking, it's still an opportunity. It's still the opportunity that you need, and that it could be destiny. But in order for it to be destiny, you have to make that choice. It was fated for you to meet, but you have to make the choice in order for it to be destined. And that's what I'm hearing is the situation for you, pile one, is that in this particular case, whatever you are moving into this year, working with, whatever, there is this choice that has to happen. You have to release yourself from your fears. The devil can also represent fear that's holding you back. Old fear that's so strong that it is literally holding you back, literally chaining you to the life that you don't want to live anymore, essentially. So what else do we have here? Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Okay, so the Ten of Swords. There's definitely an ending here, a completion, and the World. Another completion and a new beginning. The World and the Devil. Wow. Okay. This is powerful. Pile one. It looks to me like you have been moving through a lot of hard stuff, and I'm really sorry. And so, yeah, that it's up to you message, I hope, is coming to you with so much love, because I feel like a lot of you might be listening to this and thinking, like, how is it up to me? How? Especially if you're in this Ten of Swords energy. Um, you can see how she's quite upset. And so that's not really the space where you want to hear that it's up to you, but essentially it is. And we know this, but we're also allowed to honor this place where we need to really grieve some things. And this is to me like, and I love how the cat in the background, the little angel, um, this to me is about shadow work, especially with the devil right there too. Just, doing some really deep work at releasing yourself from patterns that have been not only holding you back, but literally hurting you. And this could be relationships potentially for some of you as well, as what I'm hearing. So addiction to certain patterns, releasing these things that are hurting you and stepping into your world, stepping into a place where you're ready to dance with life. You're completing old cycles. The world is a major arcana card. Well, the devil is too, but the world is the last card in the major arcana, and it is this like completion of a cycle. It is a celebration. It's a lot of things, but here I'm feeling it as a completion and a new beginning. You're releasing these old pains. You're releasing these old feelings of, worthlessness and victimhood. So if some of that's been coming up and you guys are in this, I do feel like a lot of you have been doing shadow work, and spirit is recognizing this, that you've been reflecting deep within. And I want you to see here, I've never noticed this on this card before. The reflecting pool, the reflection is a swan. And here's this beautiful woman, but when she looks at her reflection, she's a beautiful swan, graceful. The swan is a symbol of grace. So through this pain, through whatever heartache and shadow work you have been doing, you've taken a time out. And I think that this card, it's up to you, is also about that you've come to realize that it is up to you. And that you can do this. You're releasing yourself from these old restrictions, these chains that bind you, these psychological, mental, emotional, spiritual chains that have bound you for many years, is what I'm hearing. So this shadow work is having you look within, it's having you reflect, and as you reflect within, what you're seeing is your divinity. So she's seeing her grace and her divinity, and that's what you are getting to see too. That's what Spirit's saying. And it's up to you to choose this. It's up to you to choose your destiny and your divine potential. And you're doing it because with this future card here is the world. You are stepping into, I love how she's holding the world and it's all light. I'm hearing the world is in your hands. You're stepping into this place where you're almost like you're so ready to be born out of this. You're ready to move forward and fulfill your dreams. Let's see. And bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. So a new beginning of something solid, something you can depend on, something stable. A new gift, a new blessing from the universe is what I'm hearing. So let's get a little more information on the devil, please. Spirit, whoa. Okay, not that much information. Okay, I want a little more. Have it be more specific, guys. Sorry. It's kind of like it's hard because I can feel when it comes out. All right, so a clarifier for the devil, please. A little more information. 7 of Swords. So you have this habit of holding back, not revealing who you truly are. He's holding that kitty up in the air. It looks kind of funny. You have a habit. This is one of the habits that it's time to release, is hiding who you are from the world, and that figures this is coming up in this starseed channel that I have here. If any of this is resonating with you, please feel free to comment or like if if you feel drawn to, because it helps me to know, because I can feel this. This is like time to release this fear of showing yourself to the world. Woohoo, that's way too many. Sorry. That message has been coming out a lot. Of course, that's not the only thing that the devil is about in this reading. This is a collective reading, so take it how it resonates. But I do feel like there's a strong theme here of really not showing the world, like being very afraid of living or expressing your authentic truth. Can we get a clarifier for Ten of Swords, please? So I'll take this one, Page of Pentacles. What's this? And Queen. Okay. Take these three. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and King of Wands. Yeah. So I'm feeling like there has been just to hear, let me show you these cards. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. I feel like you have just had a rough time. Almost like there has been a rough time moving forward or getting started with something. I feel like in this particular case, as I'm holding these cards, I would normally be feeling more into the meaning of the cards, but I'm really feeling like, so interesting, but in this particular reading, I'm feeling like these are people. So however this resonates with you, there's the Queen of Pentacles who is extremely successful and pretty much well-rounded in every way, independent, beautiful, nurturing, just a really amazing divine feminine woman. There's the King of Wands, who is inspiring and fiery and intelligent and can be shamanic even, especially in this deck. And then there's the Page of Pentacles, a younger earth sign. Okay, so I am feeling, who's maybe more, I'm even feeling a teenager or possibly early 20s in this card. So if this resonates with you, maybe over the holidays there were some family members or something where you were feeling like, you just don't want to hide who you are anymore. You want to find a way to make peace with this. And because it's been heartbreaking for you. And maybe there's been people you've had to let go of as well. Let's move. I want to see more about this real quick. And as always, if I'm reading this and you are very familiar with the tarot or not, and you just are seeing symbolism in the cards for yourself, then please take what resonates for you. This is not just about what I'm bringing through. It's about what you see and hear in the reading that maybe I don't know about. Clarifier for the world, please, Spirit. For the world. I also feel like you're releasing aspects of yourself, that these three court people represent parts of yourself that you are, I'm hearing that you're missing, that you have held back, that you hid from the world. So maybe you have these aspects of yourself and you want to offer, you want to offer your gift, the Page of Pentacles. You want to go out there and start to build and offer, but the devil energy of being afraid of expressing yourself has been holding you back. But again, the message is Spirit saying it's up to you. It's up to you to allow yourself to release the fear of being seen. Wow, the star. So, right under the world. So there is, wow. You have so much hope and destiny and yeah, so much balance going forward. So here, let me put this back. What's bottom of the deck is, in the bottom of the deck is Temperance. Wow. That's where I was getting the balance from. I was seeing Temperance and then I'm looking at the star. So there's Temperance on the back of the deck, which is about alchemizing and patience and, the balance of the masculine and the feminine, blessings from Spirit. I always think of the angelic realms with Temperance, being blessed by angels. And the star is about your hopes and, is about hope and wishes coming true. To me, the star is also about, in a way, dreams coming true. Not in the same way as like a Nine of Cups wish fulfillment, but more of like your hopes and wishes, cosmic fantasies. Right under the World card. So you're birthing into this new, everything that you've been hoping for is right at your fingertips. It's right there. You're releasing these old parts of yourself, the King of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, or the fears of not being it. Because when I think of these, they came out. I'm not really reading the deck upright unless, I'm not reading the deck in reverse unless they fly out in reverse. But, you're releasing aspects of yourself and you're integrating aspects of yourself and you're accepting the power that you have. But in order to do this, you had to let go of the masks. You had to let go of the fear, and that created a lot of pain and heartbreak. Maybe it's hard for you to, that is why codependency exists, and that is why we continue to do things we don't want to do in life just to keep other people happy, is because it hurt. We want them in our lives. We want their approval. We want their love. We want their validation. But Spirit's saying you are not going to reach your divine potential by not stepping into who you are. And I know that made a lot of you feel very orphaned and alone. But ultimately, you're stepping into the world and the star. So you're not alone. In fact, this is the path. This is where you want to be headed as we move into 2022, because it looks to me like you've been doing this, reflecting, you're taking responsibility, and you're ready to fulfill your divine potential. And it might take patience with Temperance on the bottom of the deck. And I think you've had a lot of patience. So continue to be patient and allow yourself to release. I'm sorry, I can't talk. Allow yourself to release these fears and doubts and things that have been holding you back. And you don't have to lie to yourself anymore. You don't have to lie to other people anymore. Take the time out you need to reflect and to honor yourself and to really believe in your dreams and have hope. Not only have hope, but vision them to the point where they're happening. I almost see in this card how she's like offering that cat up. Almost offering to the divine like this energy of giving and receiving from the universe. The give and take, the flow. And this is what brings you into the birthing of your new life, into the world, into this card is this is dancing with life. This is coming into alignment with your higher purpose. So good work, you guys. It looks like you have been working hard at releasing this victim energy and releasing fears of being who you are and fears of being honest with people in your life about this. So I'm really proud of you. 2021 was quite a challenging journey, and so we can only hope that 2022 is going to be a little brighter. And it looks like this pile feels very shamanic to me. Like there's this intense shamanic energy in here. Death. What I mean by that is like this like death and rebirth energy. This shamanic type. Yeah, I already said that. Sorry. Yeah, death and rebirth type energy. So I'm gonna pull from the Whispers of Love deck to get a final advice card for you, because this, and you know, the energy here feels pretty intense. So I think a lot of you are still in this releasing of the devil energies. Some of you are already in feeling the world and the star energy. So, but a lot of you I think are still in this Ten of Swords and still reflecting pretty deeply. So remember that you are here to be all you can be and to fulfill your purpose, and you're not here to deal with things that are holding you back or that are hurting you or creating a lot of drama and pain. You know, you're here to celebrate life, to be the star of your own life. That's what I'm hearing. Like you're here. Yeah, here's a message coming through. You're here to be the star of your own life. You are not here to be the supporting actor or actress or whatever for someone else's life. Okay? So keep that in mind. Spirit wants you to know you are the star. This is your life. You are the world. As I'm looking at the world and the star. It's your world. You are the star. Stop giving your power away. So these messages are for somebody. Take it as it resonates. Stop giving your power away. Shine your light. We know it's scary, but it will be worth it. It's definitely worth it. And it's part of your divine purpose. So, oh, beautiful. Be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. And normally I would say to tell you to do that. And maybe there are some people you need to do that for in your life. But I'm feeling as this comes through, I feel like this is Spirit saying, we're being supportive of you. It's time for you to be supportive of you. So I hope that you have been, you know, really been good to yourself through all this. Because this feels like, I'm actually going to get one more. Because I want to. And actually, I'm getting the feeling I should get one more. So be supportive of yourself. Be supportive of those that you know will give back to you, where it's reciprocal support, where you're not getting drained. Be supportive, yeah, of yourself is the main message, is what I'm hearing. That you've been hiding too much, holding back, fearful, even lying to yourself and others about. As I said that, the card goes flying out. So it'll be interesting to see what this is. Okay. Romance. You've been lying to yourself. That message is for some of you. Lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. So, and this doesn't have to just be romance. Let's just open it up and say, whoever your loved ones are, whether you're in a romantic relationship or not, this is a message from Spirit to remember. So maybe in some of this, now I am getting, maybe in some of this is really like some serious shadow work. I believe that a lot of you have been in a little bit of a dark night of a soul kind of energy, or just some really intense stuff. So maybe you haven't been taking the time to be supportive of other people in your life, and maybe you haven't been showing the people who are important to you how much you love them. And Spirit's telling me that if this is the case, if this is resonating with you and it's you, if it's not, let it go. But if this is you, then know that as you're supportive with other people and as you make an effort to connect or reconnect, that is going to just make you feel so much better. It's going to give you such a lift. It's what you need as well. So you've been in kind of a spot, and Spirit's saying part of what's going to open up this world and the stars to allow yourself to maybe forget about all this for a minute and you know, lavish your loved ones with love, because that will bring it back to you, and be supportive of them and their process, and then they can in turn be supportive of you if they haven't been already. But I'm also hearing that you have a lot of support and love from the universe, and you are being lavished with love and gifts and lots of support for moving forward into your next adventure, your next big phase. Because with the world and the star here, I see you're working on something, that you're coming out of something heavy, and you're moving into this brighter place, and it's really big. It's a complete, for some of you, it's something you've been wanting to come into or working for a very long time. So congratulations, and allow yourself to celebrate that, and allow yourself to release what no longer serves you, and to release any kind of victim mentality that isn't serving this process, because you've got it, and you're beautiful, and the energy you're moving into is absolutely amazing, and you have every bit of everything set up for you to fulfill your purpose and your destiny and be really fulfilled in life. So really all you have to do is choose it. So keep that in mind. Sorry, something on the computer went off. Okay, keep that in mind. It's up to you, beautiful ones. I am wishing you the best of luck. I'm wishing you so much love. You don't even need luck. Who needs luck, right? You're blessed. You are so blessed, but I am wishing you the very best through all of this, that it all be graceful and smooth. I can see you have so much love and support from the universe, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your energy, and please feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you feel drawn to do any of that. It really helps the channel out and helps those find these videos who might need them. So love and blessings to you. See you next time. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. This is your pile if you chose the crystal disco ball and the Trippin Waite deck, tarot deck. So we're going to get to the tarot in a minute. First, we're going to start with the oracle cards. I hope you're all doing very well. If you happen to notice that it is different lighting and I have on a different sweater than the introduction or pile 1, I had to film this on the next morning. So today is officially the full moon in Cancer today, first full moon of 2022. So let's see what messages want to come through for you, pile 2. First, we have telepathy, nonverbal communication, energetic pulses, and mind reading. And we have, from the Angel Answers deck, we have peaceful resolution. We have, oh, nice, wolf spirit, family. I said nice because this is a wolf moon. This is called the wolf moon that we're in. It's very wintry, so if you are in the northern hemisphere, it's a very wintry time. But wolf spirit, family. And co-create, number 40. So 4 or 0 might be significant to you, or number 40. For me, 4s are all about stability and building foundations, stable foundations, and then the 0 is about endings and beginnings to me. And then we have number 39, ascension lift. Prepare for rapid spiritual growth. Be ready for opportunities. That's a good one. And that's how it feels, the way those animals are kind of spiraling around the unicorn. It's like, sometimes that's what it can feel like when we're in an ascension lift, when we're going through a very rapid period of growth. It can be very intense. So what am I feeling from this to start pile 2? Well, with family being here in the center, I do feel like this is that you're clearing a lot of ancestral patterns, and this is not just about your everyday, your blood family. This, I believe, is about your spiritual family, your soul family. I feel that you are The messages that are meant to come through for you right now have to do with creating. You'll be able to create more peace in your life, and this more of this feeling of family and a peaceful resolution to the things you're going through, whether it's with actual family or with friends, soul family. You're being asked, as you lift into these ascension energies that we're going through right now, you're being asked to bring more of your attention to co-creating with spirit, bringing more of your focus on the co-creation that is all around you all the time. So trusting the energetic impulses coming from the universe, trusting the telepathic messages coming from your spirit family, your guides and angels. The message I'm hearing and feeling very strongly from this so far as we start off has to do with just that, with your coming more into resonance with the idea of co-creating your life. I'm hearing that there's been a lot of struggle, or the areas where there has been struggle or resistance is because you're not doing this in those moments. You're not remembering that our job is to, dream it, envision it, take the steps forward in the physical world to make it happen. But we're also while we're in that process, it is also our job to surrender it, to give how things work out, exactly how they look, exactly how they show up, all the little details, letting go of the control of that kind of thing, and really dancing with spirit with this, where you do your part and then you allow spirit to do spirit's part. Because and I'm sure this is something that you already understand and that you're already doing on some level and you already know in some way, but it's coming out as something you're meant to hear in this reading because it's holding you back. Something's holding you back. It's time to up level this experience. Maybe it's time to surrender a little bit more, or maybe there's something that you are going through right now that is challenging your ability to drop into this peaceful resolution. And maybe I keep in the pile one, this kind of came up too. We did just go through the holiday season. And many of us spend a lot of time with family, and family can be challenging, and we have a lot of soul lessons with our family. So maybe there's something in your family that you are working to peacefully resolve. So trust spirit. Ask. So part of this, I'm also hearing part of this co-creation here called my attention where it says be ready for opportunities. So I'm getting that if you are struggling to communicate with someone that you care about, to create a peaceful resolution, either in your own life, with your family, with your friends, whatever it is, your job, I'm hearing that Spirit's asking you to give more over to Spirit. Like, ask your angels and guides for help. Even if this is something you don't normally do, it will be a really, I'm hearing this will be a really great experiment to see how this goes. Just start asking for help, genuinely asking for help. So if there's a conversation that needs to be had, and here I'm seeing telepathy. So I do feel like you can also accomplish a lot that needs to be accomplished through the ethers, through higher self, talking to higher self. So I would be working with talking to someone's higher self, especially this can be a great exercise if you are having a really difficult time with someone. You just envision, you get into a meditative state, a peaceful place, centered and in your heart, and you envision their higher self in front of you, and you communicate from your heart space, from your higher self to their higher self, basically saying whatever's on your heart. And I love how this is kind of a heart, so speaking your truth through those realms might bring this peaceful resolution along a little bit faster. It can help co-create this opportunity. This is how you work with spirit. You're talking to someone's higher self or your own higher self, and then you're surrendering this and you're waiting and watching for these opportunities, because as you open up this space and as you ask, there will be a lift. The energy will raise, your angels will come in. All they need you to do is ask. And so you're asking that an opportunity be created. So that is the co-creation. You're asking them to create an opportunity, because I'm feeling for a lot of you, whatever struggle you're going through feels very stuck. It feels very stalemated, like you're like, I don't know what to do. So that's why it's almost like, okay, you're going to have to talk to this person or this situation or whatever it is in the 5D first. And then the ascension energies will come in, and you're asking, this is how you co-create. So Spirit brings you this opportunity, but then you have to take the opportunity and seize it, basically seize the moment. And that is also right, what I call a right action, where you're really working with Spirit. What is it called? Something about the right action. I heard this many years ago, and it stuck with me literally for decades now. Right action is the tool? Is the right action is the gift or something like that of the spiritual warrior. That as a spiritual warrior, if you see yourself that way or whatever, as a light worker, tuning into the right timing of something, that's part of co-creation. That's part of working with Spirit here. Because you're feeling into just the right moment to create this peaceful resolution. You're trusting, you're asking for an opportunity to be presented so that you can speak your heart and speak your truth. And you're talking to whoever or whatever the situation is in the fifth dimension, trusting that your guides and angels are with you, that your spirit family is with you. And the wolf is symbolic of the teacher. And this is a white wolf, I'm noticing too. So the wolf is symbolic of the teacher. So you're learning some really significant lessons here, and that this is connected to family also makes me think that you will be able to resolve a lot of what's going on here and take it into that ascension lift, into that higher level. But it's going to, I think this is the advice from Spirit as to how to handle it, to remember this is a co-creative process even when dealing with other people. And I love how there's the spirit wolf there, and then the two wolves down below. This is a 5 and a 1, 51. So 5 might be significant. 5 is changes, 1 is new beginnings, and 5 and 1 add up to number 6. And to me, 6 is about balance, and it's also about love for me. So bringing all that energy into understanding that. So like I said, I want to go back to the white wolf, sorry. So when an animal is white, that means that they're at the master level. So you are, and there's 3 wolves here, and I think that's significant. And it's almost like the lovers, like I said, number 6. So it almost right now is reminding me of the lovers card, major arcana in the tarot, where there's a decision, there's this deep karmic intense love, and a decision that has to be made about how to go forward. And so it's like the 2 wolves and then the spirit wolf, and they're all white, so they're all at a master level. So you are mastering whatever this journey is, and whatever is on the other side of it, I'm hearing, is going to be much, much better. And this will resonate for everyone differently. For some people this is walking away from things. For some people this is deepening and making something much richer and more expanded and better. So it just, take it as it resonates for your situation. What's going on in your life. So I'm really feeling that from that card. That's really beautiful. So in a way, it's like we've got family here in the center, but we also have the lovers, because I'm seeing that so clearly right now. So we're going to ask the tarot for more clarification on these energies. What else Spirit wants to say to you right now for this first full moon in the year 2022, the year of divine union, union within, unity consciousness. Okay. What does pile 2 need to know, please, Spirit, according to the highest good? Whoops, oh, not all those. Take this one. That's the 4 of Cups. A lot of reflecting. Oops. What else, please, Spirit? One more, maybe. Okay. Oh, that one wanted to come out before, I think. So, perfect. All right. So we have, I showed you the Four of Cups, and then we have the Six of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, right in the center. Okay. And the Magician, and the Ace of Swords. I don't know why I said it that way. It feels very majestic in this reading. All of a sudden, I felt this just swoosh of energy, like air, almost like what you see in here. I felt that come through, and it was like the Ace of Swords, like this exciting announcement. Sorry if that was loud, if you have headphones on. Yeah, so beautiful. I'm excited about that for some reason, right under the Ascension lift. So far what I'm seeing, we're going to go deeper, but just to this next layer here, is, let me look here. Okay. This next layer I'm seeing, let me just sit with this for a second. And by the way, you might have noticed I've changed the setup for the camera because I really wanted more space. It felt cramped. Please let me know what you think if you feel like sharing your opinion. I'm thinking about getting one of those cameras where it is face in front, but I really do like this setup. So let me know what you think. I feel like you're sitting here with me and I really enjoy that. So whatever is going on here, there has been a ton of anxiety around it, like stress, even losing sleepless nights. There's a wish, a deep wish and desire here that you would like to fulfill, that you would like to see fulfilled. So no wonder we got the co-creation card. This is Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So you've been really wanting something, wishing something. It's been keeping you up at night. It's been stressing you out. This has to do with this lovers or this family situation. Maybe a decision, a peaceful resolution you're trying to come to. This is what we've been talking about. Yes, you are, you know there has to be a give and take here. And there's been a refusal. Someone has refused your offering, whether it was whatever that offering was, an apology, a relationship, a conversation, a gift. I don't know. It could be anything really. But the cups are about your emotions. So I feel like there's a lot of meanings in this actually, especially being under the telepathy card. Is that I think it's also, I think it's on both sides. I think there's been between you and, okay, so if it's not a person, if it's for those of you where it's a situation, there's been kind of a refusal on your part to want to look at it. There's been a lot of reflecting going on, but really not a lot of wanting to really come to terms with whatever those emotions are. And I do feel there's like a boredom with this, or not a boredom, but like you're over it. Whatever the situation is, you're just like, ugh, I've had enough. Like I just want a peaceful resolution. I know there needs to be a give and take. I don't know what to do about it. And so that's why I think this telepathy card came out. And you know, this card is often to me a card about love as well. So for some of you, this reading is about a love relationship. So take it as it resonates. For some of you, it's not. For some, it's about family. For some, it's about friends. For some, it's even about like coworker type situations or maybe business partners. So please, this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But this is why the telepathy is coming up and why Spirit's encouraging you to communicate with whatever this is, whoever this is, on a telepathic fifth dimensional level, and ask your guides and angels for help, because at this point there seems to be just this like inability to want to engage with it. The peaceful resolution, you already know that it involves a more balanced reciprocity within whatever this is. And so, you know, with some people that's possible, and with some people it's not. With some people, maybe you always feel like, looking at this card today, I'm really feeling him looking, I'm seeing this person handing out something more than I'm seeing. Yeah, you know, so maybe you feel like you've given a lot. Maybe there's someone in your family you've been a benefactor of, or someone's given a lot to you, and there's a feeling of imbalance. And this is where the resolution, where you want this to come in. And I feel like you've been really stuck about this. So this is what is coming up in your reading, because it's been weighing on your mind. And this kind of stress is not healthy. And you want to move forward. So Spirit's asking you to co-create. The Magician came out. This is also a Major Arcana card, and it's number 1. So you can create this new beginning, and this card came out right under the co-create card. So this card to me is so much about manifesting whatever you want. And the doves, I'm looking at the peace. You know, you can manifest this peace, is what I'm hearing. You absolutely can. You can manifest this peaceful resolution through co-creating with Spirit, through surrendering part of this process and praying and working in the 5D. And then under Ascension Lift, we have the Ace of Swords. So truth, clarity. Through this co-creative process, you're going to come into some really real clarity about this situation. And the clarity is going to give you even more information on how to create more peace in your life and within. For some of you, this is more than one relationship. This is multiple relationships that are kind of, some of them are even unconnected. But the message is the same for every one of these situations. So prepare for rapid spiritual growth. You're going to see that. This is the clarity you're going to get. You're going to see how, when you surrender to Spirit, you're going to see how quickly things become clear and how easily it is. And I'm feeling like with this Ace of Swords right now too, I'm feeling like you might even get called to cut certain people, places, things out of your life, and you'll get that clarity and you'll be ready for that opportunity. You're asking Spirit to provide you with the opportunities that you need to bring you into this peaceful resolution, into this happy place with what's going on in these relationships or in your relationship to certain things in your life. So that clarity is coming. Be ready, because once you ask, you will receive. It's definitely coming. So let's see what else wants to come through. So we have the Page of Pentacles. Oops. The 2, right? Yeah. 2 of Wands. The beautiful Ace of Cups. Hold on, I have to hold that differently. There we go. I really like this card in this deck. In every deck, but I think it's really pretty colors in this deck. Oh, and it's right under. Okay. And then, ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. Good sign right under the Magician. Yes. Okay, one more, please, Spirit. For pile 2 to clarify under the Ace of Swords. One more, please. This one. Ah! Sorry. Okay, I think it's this one that wants to do it. Okay. The 8 of Cups. Yeah, as I said that about cutting people out, for some of, or sorry, that sounds so harsh, but removing, cutting away for some of you, it's cord cutting too, cutting cords to people, places, things that no longer serve you. This is a journey of walking away. You're going to see the clarity and the truth in this. It's a very strong message coming through. Yeah. So the Page of Pentacles under the Four of Cups. And I think that's kind of what I was mentioning when I was looking at it before, is that, this page is a new beginning also, and is offering, I feel like this page is offering. So not only, there's maybe you have had enough of the emotional offers and empty words, empty promises, and you want to see action. You want to see, he's holding that pentacle. He, she, the page is holding this pentacle, little peace sign in this deck. And it's an actual thing. Like, it's a solid, because it's a pentacle, it's a coin, it's part of the third dimensional world. It's solid, it's foundational, or maybe we're moving into fifth, so whatever. Let's say it's part of the physical world. I should start saying physical instead of third dimensional. So this is a real physical offering, and I think this is what's going on here. You're like, I am not taking anything else until I see something real. I want to see something real. And so this is part of what needs to be communicated telepathically, because I have a feeling you have communicated this verbally. But this is also also this is an opportunity for a new beginning, to build something new. And you have to, this is for some of you, like I said, take all these messages as they resonate. For some of you, you're just refusing to see that there is not just, that there is something very solid coming forward for you, out of this situation, that you have the ability to offer something. Like, even if you refuse what this person, place, or thing is offering you, you have the ability to go within and work with the energetic pulses and system of the situation or of the relationship, and create what you want to offer, what you want to see happen, for you to create this peaceful resolution. Whoops, this way. Make it solid in the world. And there has to be this give and take, and there's some decisions that have to be made. What are you willing to do? Or are you going to walk away completely? So you've been weighing these decisions, and I love this card, how he has the world in his hand and it's in the shape of a heart, because I do feel like that. I feel so much love in this reading. That is the heart of this decision. It really is. It's about, and I do feel like whatever decision you're making here is affecting, or is and will be affecting, the new earth, because everything we're trying to make, as we make these peaceful resolutions within our relationships and within our karma and within our ancestral patterns, we are freeing ourselves from the old paradigm, and we are creating the new earth. And so you're doing that no matter which direction you take. You have your eyes pretty well set on what you want, is what I'm hearing. And you want this give and take. You want this peaceful resolution. And again, what I'm seeing here and feeling here is that you might need to be the one to be the quote unquote bigger person. And maybe you've already been the bigger person. Maybe you're always the bigger person. But depending on the relationship, with new boundaries, with maybe even a new direction, you might be asked to make whatever move towards something. You might be the one who is offering the cup. This is a new energy of love coming in. And it's right under the Nine of Swords. So there's so much fear about not having this chance, this new beginning in whatever this situation is. There's a lot of stress around this because there's a lot of love. And again, I'm seeing the two doves because there's just such a desire for peace here. And you're wondering if you do make the offer, will this cup be refused again? Can something new be built from all of this, is what I'm hearing. Because for some of you, you even feel like this relationship is over, or this opportunity is lost. And this has been very, very stressful. But Spirit is asking you to trust in your ability to co-create, to make the decision between the Wolf Spirit card that's reminding me of the Lovers, and then this Two of Wands. I feel you just really are being called to make a decision here. And as long as you are acting out of love, you can't go wrong. Even if someone doesn't reciprocate the kindness or the apology or the love that you offer, that you're still being asked to offer it. That will bring you into a peaceful resolution. And I think some of this has to do with working on, abandonment issues, inner child stuff, abandonment issues, worthiness issues, so that you can really love yourself enough to make the decision that you need to make. Sorry about that. So, because next here I see the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune. So, and that's right under co-create. So whatever this situation is, it is destined and fated to basically come out in a positive direction. No matter what it looks like on the surface right now, there is basically the winds of fate are with you. Here you are doing your best, being the Magician, co-creating with Spirit, manifesting what you want to see, which is, I think you want to see this love, this opportunity for love in your life, no matter what that, in many areas of your life, right? Who doesn't want that? So, and guess what? The Wheel of Fortune is on your side. So luck is on your side. Your guides and angels are with you. It is fated for you to move through this in a really high frequency way, because you're moving into this ascension lift. And right underneath there, remember the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Cups. You're walking away from old patterns, old stories, old things that don't serve you anymore. That's been a theme for a while. And Spirit's helping. You're going to get a lot of assistance with this, especially if you do start asking for help. And this Ace of Swords is going to bring you the clarity. You're going to know exactly what to do and exactly how to act on it. So whatever you have been struggling with, the messages that I feel that are meant for you here today, pile 2, are that as tough as it is, there really is, this is all going to work out for the highest good. What that looks like in your physical world, like I said, that differs from person to person, but it is definitely fate, the Wheel of Fortune here. Fate is on your side with this, and you are moving into this ascension lift. But the key here, we're going to get a final advice card from the Whispers of Love deck that was so kindly donated. Thank you so much for that. I love when the decks are donated. It's just so much fun to share them with you. It makes me feel okay. Anyway, I'm just really grateful for that. So what I'm seeing here is that you are the messages that you're meant to hear are about co-creation, of that that will bring you the telepathy. I feel like there were a lot of key points in here. And I always recommend, when I do private readings for people, I always recommend that you, if a reading really resonates with you, to take notes because there's a lot that's easy to miss and there's a lot that's easy to forget. But just to recap, what I'm really seeing here is if you're stuck with whatever this is, communication or moving forward in this situation, then use telepathy, use the energetic, use energy, use meditation, use prayer to help move you forward. Know that there is a decision that you have to make, and as soon as you make the decision of how to move forward with this, there will be less stress. And I'm also hearing Spirit say, you can't lose this. This cup of love, you're so stressed that this is inevitable, especially if you're acting from your heart and you're choosing genuinely from your heart. And again, I'm thinking of him there with the heart. If you're choosing genuinely from your heart, you cannot lose this situation. It is fated that however this works out, whether you're fully walking away or you are creating new boundaries or opening up into something bigger, whatever it is, this is part of what you are here to co-create and manifest with Spirit. Whatever this path is, like I said, this is collective, but whatever it is, this is part of your ascension journey, and that's part of the reason why it's so hard. And again, here with this being the center with Wolf Spirit, the Nine of Swords, and the Ace of Cups, I'm really feeling that this, for some of you, this is a very high-level soulmate situation, and that can be platonic or romantic. It's just a very intense relationship, very, very close, maybe even close family members, like siblings. But for some of you, this is a twin flame journey, or if you resonate with that, or a divine counterpart, or high soulmate level. I can see this in here as well. And that's part of the reason there is so much struggle for everyone, for all of you. The message across the board is part of this struggle is because you really are releasing so much old stuff that needs to go. Old patterns is what I'm hearing. You are going to learn how to be more of the magician. You're going to learn how to be more of a co-creator in your life. So that is a really beautiful thing that I see here. So thank you, Spirit, for those messages. And we're going to ask for a final message from this deck for pile 2. These aren't the easiest to shuffle. Ooh, here we go. Okay. Actually, I'm going to take 2. I took 2 for pile 1. Okay, we've got back to what you love. Reevaluate your desires. Yeah, because you're making that choice. So go back to what you love. This doesn't feel like something you love. and you know that you want to offer something. You want to offer something more to the world, to this relationship, to whatever it is. So bring yourself back to what you love and reevaluate your desires so that you can act from this place of co-creation, the magician, and you will get more clarity as you start to move forward with this. And the next card is practice compassion. See things from a fresh perspective. And I feel that's good advice for this too. See this, hopefully even this reading maybe, will help you see things from a fresh perspective. Because I feel like you have been hanging out in this Nine of Swords energy for a while of just anxiety and stress over some things. Okay, so the cup of love is here. You're not going to miss it. You're the magician. Luck is on your side. Fate is on your side. As you make a choice, this came out in pile 1 too, as you make a choice for love, as you make a choice to manifest as the magician, and then fate comes in and helps, that becomes destiny. And I think that's what you're going to become really clear on. And then when you see this destiny come in, you can walk away from whatever is not serving you. And you can walk towards the opportunities. It's like she's walking towards the rainbow. You can walk towards the higher frequencies, towards the things that you want, to a life that is a higher frequency expression of who you are and what you want to experience in this life. And as you practice compassion, this also will raise your frequency. Whoever or whatever you're working through with this, try to remain in a compassionate place for yourself and for everyone, because we're all doing this in our own ways, in our own journeys. So I think that's really beautiful advice. Thank you, Spirit. And thank you all for being here. I really loved reading for you. Thank you for letting me read your energy. And please like this video if it resonated for you. Feel free to comment if you'd like to comment. And if you'd like to subscribe, please do that too. It really helps the channel, and it helps get the videos out there to more people and brings us all together more as a stronger community of energy too as well. So because I feel you all, I really love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Love and blessings to you, and I'll see you next time. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. This is your reading if you chose the Celestite and the Crystal Unicorn Tarot. So we're going to get into the tarot in a bit. First, we're going to look at the oracle cards that Spirit brought through for you. For messages you are meant to receive. From the Mermaid deck, the first one we have is Conchomancy, Seashell Divination, Wisdom of the Shells. So maybe some of you are readers too, or of some sort. That's just my first impression as that comes out, but we'll see what else. And so then from the Angel Answers deck, we have Meditation Brings Answers. Interesting. Those two go together in a very synchronistic way. And then we have Toadstools, Growth. And we have The Thinker. And Pure Intention, number 2. Find clarity, surrender your ego. These are very interesting. So synchronistic the way they came through. And I tell you, when I was shuffling these or bringing them through, it was amazing the way they jumped out. It was very specific. For each pile, the oracle cards were very clear that they wanted to come through, and they go together really well. So what I'm seeing here is that you're in a place of really powerful growth. This is what Spirit wants to talk to you about today, pile 3. So if that doesn't resonate with you, this might not be your pile. But you are in a period of phenomenal growth. And I love the Toadstools card here because it always reminds me of mycelium, if you're familiar with that. The mushrooms, the way that they, well, in trees too, I believe, do this also, where how everything connects underneath. There's this intricate, underneath the ground, there's this intricate web and channels of communication that happen. Wow. Through underneath the earth, and these seemingly separate mushrooms or trees are actually all connected in one web of communication. And I got distracted for a second because I just realized that this is a 44 and the Thinker is a 44, and they're right next to each other, and I don't think that's an accident at all. So you might want to look up angel number 44 or angel number 4444. There's definitely, your angels are with you, is a strong message coming through this pile. Pure intention. Find your clarity by surrendering your ego. Because you are in a very powerful place of growth. And I think with this Toadstools card here too, I think they're trying to say, that they really want, you've already been thinking about this, but they really need you to see, or you are going to, they don't need you to see, you are going to see more clearly how interconnected everything really is, and how everything that you're doing and thinking is absolutely important and playing a huge role in the collective manifestation of the new earth, and it's making a big difference in other people's lives as well as your own. And I feel like that spirit really wants you to hear that message today, that you are doing good work and that you are connected, that you're never alone, but you are in a powerful place of growth right now. And a lot of times you can feel alone. And with this thinker card here too, and pure intention, it's like you can get stuck in your head. You see how she's so kind of lonely there. I mean, it's not too dark or scary or anything, but she's all alone and she's thinking. And this one says, to surrender your ego. And I think the message that Spirit's trying to bring through here is that you have been doing too much thinking. And see how the unicorn's heart is lit up? And that portal is opening in the heart, and then there's a dove of peace and love flying above. Because too much in the head is creating a place, a feeling of loss or lack. And this is the clarity you're lacking, and this is why the 4444 numbers came up. Because this is your angels and guides trying to tell you that you're not seeing clearly. You're not seeing what it is. What I'm getting is you're not seeing how vital you are. You're not seeing how important the growth that you have experienced in your life and that you are currently experiencing, how impactful that is on not only you and your life, but on the entire planet. So now I really see why this consciamancy and meditation brings answers cards came out, because I also feel like a message that you're meant to hear today that's coming through for you is that what will support this growth and what will support the ability to surrender your ego and find the clarity you're looking for is to spend time with Spirit, to spend time in meditation or divination. So maybe many of you are, like I said, with this card coming out, maybe many of you have your own tarot decks or oracle cards or rune stones or something, or shells, something that you work with Spirit, or the I Ching or something. And so your Spirit's encouraging you to do this, to stop thinking and to get into your heart. And divination is about getting in your heart. If you, as many of you know and have experienced, I'm sure, if you attempt to use divination coming from the space of your ego or your head, it's not very clear. It's not usually very clear information, and it's not usually very accurate. So dropping into your heart space, using your tools, whatever those tools are for you. I'm hearing dowsing for some of you. So for some of you, you can use your dowsing rods or your pendulums as well. And meditation will bring you answers. So also meditating, using all the spiritual tools that you have to access the answers you need, not thinking about it. Thinking is not going to help, is what I'm hearing right now, that you have thought about it to the point where it's useless at this point. Not useless, I'm sorry, that came out a little weird. But you've thought about it enough. And growth is, wow. A lot of root chakra change as well. For a lot of you, you're going through heart and root. So doing things that can support these energy centers in your body will help you ground and step into this growth. Find the clarity you need. Surrendering the ego is always a trick, it's like and Pile 2 was a lot about co-creation, and especially when you're going through like a huge phase of growth. The ego can often put up a really big fight because we get comfortable. We get in our comfort zone even when it's not comfortable. Like we get comfortable with being uncomfortable. So it's hard to change. Growth can be challenging even when we want it. So I'm hearing that the meditation can really help with this, getting into a regular meditative practice. We're going to ask the tarot for more about information about the energies here and what Spirit wants to share with you. For pile 3, please. Spirit, thank you. Pile 3. What does pile 3 need to hear right now? Pile 3, please. Thank you. Starting off, we've got the Page of Swords, which is kind of reminding me of that Pure Intention card. But let's see. Let's keep going. One more, please, Spirit. Ooh, okay. Which one? Oral 3. 2, 3. Alrighty. So we've got the Page of Swords, as I showed you. We have, sorry, I have to get the computer back where I can see it. Okay. The Tower. It's so cute in this deck. The unicorns are like, no. Okay, so the Tower. Ace of Swords. A lot of clarity coming through for you guys. The 10 of Pentacles. The Strength card. It's not the lion and the lamb, but the lion and the unicorn. And then we have, that came out just kind of at the end that Spirit told me to take, which I'm going to understand fully in a minute here, is the 2 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So let me just sit here for a minute and listen. So I really feel like, well, you know, with the Tower being here, this is telling me that many of you, like, take it as it resonates, but that you have been through something really life-changing recently, and it's really, that's been what has catalyzed this growth. But you're receiving a lot of clarity around this. You're receiving, and that's why they were saying here, you know, find clarity and surrender your ego. Because this is part of this is the journey for you. You are wanting and thinking a lot about, so I'm hearing 2 different stories here. For some of you, you're thinking about a family that you do have, or that you've lost, or that you're in the potential of losing. So for some of you, take it as it resonates. And for others of you, you're thinking a lot about how to create the life and dreams you want, whether happy family, whether that's with, you know, a person and kids, or a person and cats, or animals, you know, or yourself and those things. But this is about, you know, love, and it's also about it's about complete fulfillment. It's a 10 and it's the Pentacles, so it's about fulfillment in the physical world as well as all the other kinds of fulfillment. It's a really abundant card, and this is what you're thinking about. This is what you're overthinking about. Either the loss of this, or the fear of the loss of this, or of how can I get this, okay? So that's what I'm feeling, depending on who you are. I'm feeling 3 different energies at least in that. So it's going to take a lot of strength for you to surrender your ego in whatever this situation is. You have clarity that has catalyze the growth. This Page of Swords. There's been some communication. There's been some clarity that's come through and created either, because this can sometimes be just like a huge breakdown in belief systems or thoughts about people, places, and things. It can also be like an epiphany, like an awakening kind of thing, but an epiphany that, not like the judgment call awakening, but more like an epiphany that kind of rocks your world. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know I liked this person, place, or thing. And it just like turns your whole world upside down. That kind of epiphany. That's the Tower. So it's everything falling apart, but for the sake of growth, for the sake of something much better coming in. And that's what you're in the process of, is moving into clarity about what it is. What is your Ten of Pentacles? What is your ultimate heaven on earth kind of energy? I mean, this isn't the Ten of Cups, but I almost feel like the Ten of Cups is in here, because when you have abundance, in the world, it's like you have love too. You have all of that. So that's what you want. That's what you're trying to get clarity on, how, or you have recently received clarity on it. And this is why you're being asked to meditate and go within and surrender your ego. And the Strength card is often, a lot of times, about, and in this case, very much, I think, about taming your ego. It's interesting this card came out right under that Pure Intentions card, because Strength is about that. It's about taming that side of you that's egoic, that wants from a place of that might not be serving your highest good or the highest good of others. And with the Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, there's a balancing act going on. You're trying to balance maybe finances, or all of that in your life, and wondering how you can make the Ten of Pentacles possible, how you can become this queen. And I'm also hearing it's through the strength of balance. And this card came out with this card, and they both have the infinity symbol. I'm sorry, that's a little dark. I know it's kind of an overcast day, which is unusual for Arizona. It was yesterday too, which is why I only did part of the recording yesterday. Anyway, there's an infinity sign here on his back in the Two of Pentacles, and then over the head here. And I really feel like there is this, this learning to balance the desires, the things that you think you want, the things that you think you need, the things that you think we're going to serve your greatest growth, we're going to make you the happiest, that we're going to bring you into this, being this independent, successful person. Those things are not what you thought, is what I'm hearing. And you're getting a lot of clarity around that. And the clarity is causing, some heartache. It's causing some confusion. Not confusion, that's the wrong word. It's causing some upheaval. Everything's very clear. Spirit's saying when you're not in your head, everything's very clear. I'm going to put these two cards back, as I'm being told to. We'll see if they come out again. And at the bottom of the deck currently we have the High Priestess. So your intuition is guiding you through this growth process. That was kind of a lame shuffle. You have the inner authority, inner wisdom, spiritual wisdom to wield this strength. Because coming from your head is just an old habit, is what I'm hearing. It's an old habit. Please, and that's all it is. It's a habit. So habits can be broken. Clarifying the Page of Swords, please, Spirit. Oop. Clarifying the Page of Swords, please. Or all the cards. Okay. Let's see here. The Magician. again with the infinity symbol. So there's a real balance happening here in your life as you move through this. I want to get more clear. Sorry. Tower, please. Yes, that makes sense. There we go. Okay, bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups. Walking away. Getting clear on this. This is what I'm feeling with the Tower. You had to walk away from something. You went on an inner journey. Okay. So we had the Magician come out under the Page of Swords. And the Ten of Swords come out under the Tower. The Empress under the Ace of Swords. The Four of Pentacles under the Ten of Pentacles. And Justice is under Strength. A lot of major arcana in this spread, you guys. A lot of major arcana cards. So that means that you are going through, I feel like I heard the words rite of passage. So that's pretty powerful that you're going through a rite of passage right now in your life. And thinking is not going to get you there. That you have been holding back. So this is clarifying the Ten of Pentacles. So you're afraid that you're not going to, when you're in your thoughts, like when you're in your head, it brings you into a place of lack. And these toadstools, this ability for growth is anything but lack. This is like complete abundance and connection. And I think that's what you're getting clear on, that you have the ability to embody abundance. Like the Empress to me in this particular case is symbolizing like abundance and connection to life and feeling good in your body and feeling good on the earth and like enjoying the good things of life, like good food, good drinks, good times together, which also reminds me of the Ten of Pentacles. So I think pile 3, this is a huge part of what has been on your mind. And Spirit's really saying, and maybe there has been this breaking down for some of you with the Ten of Swords, there's been an ending. The Tower brought some sort of like dark night of the soul or depression or cracking open experience that brought you into clarity, that brought you into growth, that is bringing you into a place of abundance. And when you think on this from your head, rather than surrendering into it, into your heart, you bring yourself into a place of lack and fear, and then that creates that vibration in your life. And I feel like this is the message that wanted to come to you today, because even though this is true, of course, for everyone, it seems to be a very potent part of your path. Like this is the place right now. This is the thing you need to release that's going to take you to the next level of growth, with growth being in the center of your reading. And on the feminine side here is just like, normally I don't see this as feminine side. This is just what's coming through here. On the feminine side of your experience, you're being asked to go into meditation, to go into divination. You're being asked to magnetize what you want. Surrender the ego. Stop thinking about it. Stop believing that your thoughts know best. And go back into your heart, because our hearts are the most intelligent place within us. That is where we attract our greatest strength and truth and create our dreams and reality from. And so with justice being under strength, I know you're going to bring this into balance. You absolutely can. Both these cards indicate that this is happening, and it's going to happen. It's in the process. But Spirit really wants you to know that meditation, doing meditation, and maybe some of you have been resistant to a regular meditation practice, but doing meditation on a regular basis, whatever kind you find appealing, will help bring you into a place of a more surrendered ego, will make it easier for you to understand how to do that when intense things are happening in your life. And so there's communication coming through divination for you. And so maybe that even means this particular reading, right? To pay attention to what resonates with you in this reading. But you have the ability to really communicate, Spirit. You have the ability to manifest your dreams and to communicate in a very spiritually powerful way. Maybe that's part of what is manifesting for some of you. Maybe some of you are going to write or teach or already doing that in the spiritual realms. But whatever you're doing, you're growing into it in a really big way right now. And it's all coming into balance. It's absolutely, I'm feeling like this growth is, I mean, with this card here, the energy of abundance that comes off this card for me is so palpable. So I really feel like you are learning through this process of surrendering your mind more and more and more, and trusting your intuition and trusting the clarity you receive and the answers you receive, and really you having the strength to overcome your ego and to trust the divine will bring you into such a place of balance and abundance, balance in your energy, balance in your life. You will be able to communicate much more freely and openly, and communicate, I'm hearing you'll be able to communicate your deepest desires as well. For some of you, you've been challenged with asking for what you need out of life and from other people, and that's going to come into balance. All of that, all of your egoic tendencies will come into balance as you surrender the ego, as you step more into meditation, as you step more into divination. And like I said, for some of you, the answers are coming from, I think Spirit wants you to pay attention. That's what it is. To the communication that's all around you, to the magic, this row here, to the magic that's all around you. There are signs coming to you all the time. You don't have to think about it, is what I'm hearing. You don't have to think about it. As you meditate, as you get into a regular meditation practice, you will automatically become much more magnetic and receptive to signs and impulses from the universe, telling you which direction to go. Not telling you, but giving you advice on which direction to go, offering you new opportunities that you might not have seen had you not been tapped into this level of communication. And so that's another big thing that's been coming through all the piles, is that for me today, the Magician it is so much about manifesting, but it's about in your pile, it feels like it's about manifesting through communication and learning how to, with the infinity symbol again, and justice and strength, learning how to communicate and share. Maybe you're maybe you're an oracle, maybe you, like I said, some of you are readers, and hi. Some of you are doing this kind of stuff, so really knowing that as you communicate, as you allow Spirit to communicate through you, you will be helping to manifest your own, basically, heart and dreams, as well as helping other people do the same, is what I'm hearing. So if that resonates for you, please take that message. If it doesn't, you can let it go. Let me see if there's anything else I'm getting before I get into the advice cards. Yeah, so, and I know you've been through a lot of pain recently over some things, more pain for some than others, but also knowing that meditation can bring healing in and help ease the pain of. So if any of this, as you're doing this work, we're all doing so much shadow work right now. So, and growth, it's pretty much inherent in growth. If you're going to grow, you have to be willing to look at yourself and look at things. And so meditation, I'm hearing, and the divination tools can be very, very helpful in helping you heal and move forward with that. I just need a drink of water, sorry. Okay, so I want to get a couple last advice cards from the Whispers of Love deck. For pile 3, please, what do they need to hear? What does pile 3 need to hear? Advice for all of this. I mean, really, it seems like straightforward here in a lot of ways. The main advice is, so far, is to stay in your heart and to not allow your thoughts to rule you or to rule your experience, and to And that will bring you so much clarity, so much more clarity. This is how, what I'm hearing is you get spinning around and feel burnout and tired from not really just dropping into your heart and getting grounded for a lot of you too in nature, or just getting grounded in general. Whatever grounds you will help bring this clarity too. Okay, so some advice, please, Spirit, for pile 3. This one. Okay, one second. All right, so the first one that came out is demonstrate love. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. Demonstrate love. So I think this is involved in the growth part too, is I think you're learning how new ways or more or deeper ways to demonstrate your love in life, like not only to your loved ones, but to the world at large and to yourself, to demonstrate love to yourself. Find out what's important to you and to those that you love, and then act on it. What is important to you? And those answers and that clarity is going to come through meditation and through divination and through taking time for yourself and getting out of your head and getting into your heart. That's how you'll know what to act upon. And then, beautiful, I love this card. The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. And that's pretty much been the message of this whole reading, has been to really focus on your heart chakra, to really stay in love and out of the ego mind and out of fear. So the ego mind can, represent fear as well, fears and doubts, which is what this little guy looks like to me too. He's so afraid. He's so unsure. But when you know that the only thing that is real is love, there is no fear. And the place to know that from is your heart, is your higher self. It's from a place where the place you access in meditation, the place you access in readings and in divination. It's a higher level. It's the place where you know that the only thing that real is love. And from that place, there's clarity, the strength comes in, the balance comes in, everything that you need as you continue forward in this growth process you're in, because it's a really big and beautiful growth process. What is on the other side of this growth process, Spirit is saying, is pure abundance. Is what is on the other side is the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. It's pure emotional fulfillment and fulfillment in life, in the physical world as well, on every level. Friends, family, money, in the sense of, I'm not saying everyone's going to be multimillionaire, but enough money to be happy and not worry, not to be this guy, not to be afraid, not to feel lack, but to feel fulfilled. That is what's on the other side of this really, really beautiful, intense growth that you're going through. And I know so much of it isn't easy, but this is the advice from Spirit. And this is letting you know that you have so much strength coming in and you have so much support, and that you are divine. The reminder that you are the Empress, whether you're male or female, you are embodiment of royal divine feminine light. So the divine feminine light is receptive. It's in this growth process, you will get clear on how to receive what it is that you need from this life, is what I'm hearing. And so that is a really beautiful message. If this reading resonated with you, please like it below and comment if you would like to comment. I love hearing your experiences and whatever you'd like to share. It really helps the channel. And if you'd like to subscribe, please subscribe. And then we get to see you again, and you can join the community and the energy. If you've made it this far in the reading, thank you so, so much for being here. I am unbelievably grateful to you, and I love you, and I love you guys, and all of you guys. I'm wishing you the very best, because I can see so much amazing stuff ahead for you. So blessings to you in 2022, and I will see you next time. Thank you.